Following Jesus is called discipleship, and it reflects the disciples during the time of Jesus. They were trying to learn, to listen to the teaching of Jesus, but Jesus challenged them to live what they have learned from Him. And that is also our task. Our task as Christians and Catholics is not only to appreciate the teaching that we have heard, but more so, Jesus is challenging us to live what we have heard, and we may have the heart to share it with others. And today in our gospel, there are closer challenges to think deeply on our commitment to Jesus, to the teaching of Jesus, when we all call ourselves disciples, followers. What does it mean? And one of the evident meaning of that in our gospel today is following Him closely by carrying our cross. And then we complain, why do we have to carry the cross? Is it not enough just to listen every Sunday during the Mass, listen a little bit about the homily, do a little bit about charity, and forgive a little bit? Is it enough to do that? Christ is challenging us to imitate Him. Every day we receive Him, or every Sunday we receive Him, His Word, and His body, and His challenge is we must become what we receive. We receive Jesus, let us be Jesus for others. So Christ in our gospel invites us to examine carefully the price we have to pay if we have to follow Him. Just as a man will do if he intends to build a tower, but just as it is not possible to build the whole tower at once, Christ does not tell us to carry all our crosses at the same time. But brothers and sisters, what is this cross that we have to follow? And why do we have to follow the cross? Can we not follow that cross, and what will happen to us if we do not have cross? And the million-dollar complaint that we often say is that it's unfair that others are carrying lighter cross and we are given the heavier cross. I remember a story. It was a beautiful Sunday morning, and all the people, all the Catholics, went to Mass. And the gospel was so inspiring. The priest delivered a wonderful and very touching homily. And after the Mass, when all the people went home, one man was carrying his wife along the streets. And the people are wondering, and they asked, why are you carrying your wife? And the man said, well, I respond to the challenge of the gospel and the homily of the priest. The gospel said, carry your cross. And therefore, I'm carrying my cross. I'm carrying my wife because she is my cross. Now, I'm thankful that most of you here in Macau, the Pilipinas, you don't have your husbands. Otherwise, after the Mass, they will be carrying you. You might be the cross to others. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe your husbands are here. Maybe you will be carrying your husbands because they are your crosses. Or maybe one of your friends here be your cross. So our cross sometimes are the people living 5 inches away from us. Not those people living 50 miles away from us. So a cross, maybe a person, maybe the thing that we do, our work, maybe relationship, maybe a burden, maybe a problem that we have that lingers in our mind for so many years already. Christ does not tell us to carry all our crosses at the same time. And that is our problem. That is why we often compare our crosses to others because we have carried all the crosses that we have, one at the same time and per day. In the Lord's Prayer, the Our Father, He taught us to pray, "Give us today our daily bread." Similarly, He said, if you want to be a follower of mine, deny yourself and take up your cross each day. So when we ask for daily bread, we ask it for daily bread. And the cross, the challenge for us, is to carry our cross each day. This means that we carry our cross one day at a time as we pray for our supply of bread and strength from Him each day. Our burdens and crosses can be compared to a large bundle of wood. Many of us are familiar with this wood. For the Filipinos, we use it for fuel, for cooking. We burn the wood. So actually, when you go to the market, we buy this bundle of wood. And too heavy for us to carry because it's a bundle. It's a collection of so many pieces of wood. But God does not require us to carry the whole bundle at once. What He does is to untie the bundle and give us first one stick which we carry today, and then another which we carry tomorrow, and so on and so forth. In this way, we can carry easily, we can carry it and can easily manage if we only take the burden appointed for us each day. So today, we have our cross. It's different from our cross yesterday and the other day. But if you carry the cross of the other day, yesterday and today, it will be heavy. Let God carry that cross, which you have carried already. Let God ask you to, give you the grace so that you will be able to realize that today you have another cross and you have to carry it. The problem, however, is we have the habit of increasing our burden by carrying the stick we carried yesterday and add it to our burden today, including tomorrow's burden, if we are not asked yet to carry it today. To this extent, we sometimes complain to God that He is giving us a cross beyond our capacity to bear. God cannot be unfair to us. God does not try us beyond our strength because He is a Father. He knows the weight that we can carry. That is why one stick per day, not the whole bundle, not the whole collection of all the crosses of the universe, but only one stick per day. And why is it that He is giving us that cross? So that in our weakness, we can always find God. So that when we cannot carry that anymore, we may look up to the heavens and say, Lord, help me. There was this little boy who was asked by his father to carry some stone. No, it's not wood, but stone. They were clearing in their backyard. There was this big stone. And the little boy asked his playmates, other boys, to help him. But they cannot even move the stone. The stone is a little bit bigger. Then he asked for some bystanders, persons whom he knew. And still, they cannot move. And so, he went to the father. During the afternoon, he complained. He said, Papa, Father, you have given me the task of moving that stone, but no matter what I do, I called my friends, our neighbors, I cannot move it, and we cannot move it. And the father said, have you done already all the possible means? Have you asked everyone else to help you? Yes, everybody else. But you forgot somebody. Did you ask me to help you? Did you ask your father? I am your father to help you? You did not. So this is the problem with us. We carry our cross by ourselves, never asking for the grace of God to understand that cross. to understand that cross, and even to give us the grace to carry that cross. Not to lighten that cross, because God will not lighten that cross, but however, He give us the grace to carry that cross. Somebody approached me more recently. She is from Macau, a lady. And she told me, Father, it will be a cold season. It will be winter again in Macau. And of course, for us who are not residents, we find it very, very cold during the winter season. And she said, it might be very difficult again for me to work, to go to my place of work, because it's very, very cold. And I told her, how many years have you been working in Macau? 14 years. 14 years. And then I told her, if you were able to work here for 14 years, then you will be able also to persevere this coming winter season. If you have managed for the last 14 years, I think you can do well this year. So brothers and sisters, so many crosses that we have. But with that crosses, let us ask the Lord to give our more strength, so that in carrying, we may realize how good the Lord is. And we may realize that in that cross, we become much more closer to the very heart of Jesus. We are much more committed to the grace of God. So today, as we celebrate also the birthday of the Blessed Mother, she is the birthday celebrant, but let's ask her for the birthday gift. Instead of we giving her the gift, let's ask her for the birthday gift. That is, let us ask her to intercede for us, so that Jesus may give us the grace to carry our cross, to understand our cross, and so that we find the grace present in that cross. And as we carry our cross, we be committed to the grace of God. And as we carry our cross, we may realize that there is God who loves us, because He carried His own cross also besides us. So if our cross is too heavy for us, we look up to the heaven and we realize Jesus Himself carried a heavy cross, heavier than any other crosses, in obedience to the Father, in obedience to the will of God. And for that, we carry our cross in obedience to the Father, doing His will. And with that, we realize we are more committed, and we are thankful that we have the cross. Because with that cross, we become closer to the very presence of Jesus. We always stand as we profess our faith.